Amazing how quickly people just... Anyway, I'd like to call this regular meeting of Bolingbrook Village Board to order. We'd like to start with the Pledge of Allegiance to our flag. I'd like to ask Dr. Imad Boster to please lead us in the Pledge of the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Mayor Claire.
Here.
Trustee Zarate. Here. Trustee Lawler.
Here.
Trustee Watts.
Here.
Trustee Hoagland.
Here.
Trustee Morales.
Here.
Trustee Jaskowitz.
Here. Everyone's here this evening. Next, we have the approval of minutes, the regular meeting of August 14th.
So moved.
Motion trustee Jaskowitz, second to trustee Lawler. Questions, comments, corrections? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Minutes stand approved. Mr. Bowen, agenda.
Yes, I'd ask that under reports of officers, A, proclamations, be moved down the agenda to E and combined with presentations. No other additions or corrections.
Is there a motion to approve the agenda as amended?
So moved.
Second.
Motion trustee Morales, second to trustee Zarate. Any other comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. The minutes are approved. Before I get into the proclamations, just a couple of things I'd like to mention. First of all, this past week, a longtime employee of the Village of Bolingbrook, Dennis Kowalczyk, who was our chief planner in the Community Development Department for years and years, and a very smart planner. I enjoyed working with Dennis, always found a solution to a problem that made both the developer as well as the board happy, and a nice solution to it. Passed away at a young age, 66. So be thinking of the Kowalczyk family. Next, this afternoon I had a pleasant visit from Ahmad Rashid. He used to be the Consul General for Pakistan in Chicago for years, was then transferred and moved up, if you will, to the position of ambassador, which is the next level. He's ambassador in the Philippines. And he was back in Chicago on some business, I think, and vacationing. He stopped by to say hello to me because he enjoyed working with us when he was Consul General from Pakistan. And he brought me a gift from the Philippines, a small box made in the Philippines. But more importantly, he brought it because he knew we have a sister city, the city of Seven Lakes in the Philippines, and he had been there and was aware there's a street in the city of Seven Lakes named Bolingbrook Drive. So it's kind of interesting how that all ties together as years go by. And lastly, just so you'll know, the next meeting I'll be out of the country, so if Mike, you'll take the next September 11th or 12th meeting, I'm not sure. Anyway, we're going to do the swearing-ins first, then we'll go to the proclamations, and then we got some other announcements. So at this time, I'd like to ask Director of Public Safety Ken Temple to join me, the Deputy Fire Chief Trinidad Garza, and Deputy Police Chief Mike Rompa to please join me. And the Police and Fire Board members that are present this evening. And again, just to refresh you, Police and Fire Board is a state-required board. It's a 7-member board. 6 of them are here this evening. I'll introduce them in a minute. Their job is to employ police and firefighters. And the process is gone, not yet. Ooh, sorry. Okay, want to be chief too? Sorry, it was, you'll get used to it. Anyway, their job is to interview all police and fire candidates. It's a very extensive process. First of all, people have to apply, and that in itself is a very complicated, structured process. They then are given a written test, an agility test, and then those are successful and pass the tests or come for the test. Some don't even bother to come because they can't pass the physical. They then are brought in for interviews, and they interview sometimes 150 people. Once that interview process is done, they combine all their test points, the interview points, chief points, and they create a list, and that list is good for 2 years. From the day it's approved, it's good for 2 years. When that 2-year period expires, they have to start over and create a new list. So it's a very complicated and long process, and those commissioners put in a lot of hours in that process. I'd like to introduce them. The chair of the commission is Major Jones. Vice chair is Gretchen Schroeder. Senator Baldessamo cannot be with us this evening. Kevin Johnson, member of the Police and Fire Board. Prem Labani, member of the Police and Fire Board. Ray Macri, member of the Police and Fire Board. And Talat Rashid, also a member of the Police and Fire Board. Thank you for being here this evening. Now we're going to be swearing a new firefighter, Frank DeLuca, and family. Come on up. Hey, do you have a relative as a state senator or representative?
I do not, no relation.
Oh. Used to be mayor down in the south suburbs. Anyway, Frank DeLuca graduated Montini Catholic High School in 2012. He's currently attending the College of DePage, pursuing his associate degree in fire science. Prior to working for Bolingbrook, Frank was a firefighter paramedic for the Manteno Community Fire Protection District. Frank is engaged to Alexandria, and I assume we'll be meeting her in a moment. They plan to marry in October. He currently resides in Oak Forest. He's an Illinois State certified paramedic. He has certifications through the Office of State Fire Marshal, include basic firefighter, fire apparatus engineer, and vehicle and machinery operations. In his spare time, he enjoys music, fitness, cooking, and furthering his education. Frank, would you like to introduce your family?
Yep, this is my fiance Alexandra. I'm getting married in October. This is my father, Frank Sr., my mother, Tina, and my sister, Carla.
Welcome. This time, would you raise your right hand, please? I state your name.
I, Frank DeLuca,
Do solemnly swear.
do solemnly swear,
Uphold the Constitution of the United States.
uphold the Constitution of the United States,
Constitution of the State of Illinois.
Constitution of the State of Illinois,
The Municipal Code of the Village of Bolingbrook.
Municipal Code of the Village of Bolingbrook.
I will faithfully discharge my duties
I will faithfully discharge my duties
as a firefighter or paramedic
as a firefighter paramedic
for the Village of Bolingbrook
for the Village of Bolingbrook
in a manner prescribed by law.
in a manner prescribed by law.
We've never had anybody holler from the audience. Fan club?
Sure did.
There's my badge.
Thank you. I
That's
appreciate
a
it.
little, folks.
Thank you.
Congratulations to you, man. Start with his mother. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome aboard. Now we have 4 police officers. I'd like to start with Kyle Corbett and family. Would you like to introduce your family?
Yes, sir. This is my mother, Colleen Corbett. This is my father, Edward Corbett. This is my grandpa, Winston Corbett. This is my girlfriend, Jessica Michaels.
And what does she do for a living?
She is a police officer for the village of Hoffman Estates.
Police officer in Hoffman's dead, how bad? Cal Corbett, age 26, graduated from St. Lawrence High School in Burbank in 2010. Got a bachelor's degree from West Illinois University in 2014 in law enforcement and justice administration. Was hired by the Villa Park Department as a sworn-out police officer and attended the Suburban Law Enforcement Academy. Also certified as a juvenile officer. In his spare time, he enjoys music, sports, and fitness. And Officer Corbett will be assigned to a field training officer to begin his duties and assigned badge 1215. Raise your hand, please. I state your name.
I, Kyle Corbett,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
uphold the Constitution of the United States,
to uphold the Constitution of the United States,
Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
Municipal Code of the Village of Bolingbrook.
the Municipal Code of the Village of
I
Bolingbrook.
will faithfully discharge my duties
I will faithfully discharge my duties
as a police officer
as a police officer
to the best of my ability
to the best of my ability
in a manner prescribed by law.
in the manner prescribed by law. Thank you very much.
Next, Angela Scully and family. Angela, oh, here.
Yes, sir. This is my father, Steve Scully, and my mother, Jill Scully.
Welcome. Angela Scully, age 29, graduated from Rebus High School in Burbank in 2007. In 2011, she earned a bachelor's degree in physical education from Eastern Illinois University, a fine institution. I was there maybe 3 or 4 years before you. And her master's degree in business administration from Aurora University in 2016. During her free time, Angela enjoys traveling, sports, and fitness. Officer Scully will attend the Cook County Academy. Upon graduation, will be assigned a field training officer to begin her patrol duties. Raise your right hand, please. I state your name.
I, Angela Scully,
You solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
uphold the Constitution of the United States,
to uphold the Constitution of the United States,
Constitution of the State of
the
Illinois,
Constitution of the State of Illinois,
Municipal Code of the Village of Bolingbrook,
the Municipal Code of the Village of
and I will
Bolingbrook.
faithfully discharge my duties
I will faithfully discharge my duties
as a police officer
as a police officer
to the best of my ability
to the best of my ability
in a manner prescribed by law.
in a manner prescribed by law.
Next, Francisco Luna and family. Oh, kind of embarrassed I don't recognize you, but you always wore a helmet. Francisco Luna, age 24, a lifelong resident of Bolingbrook. Graduate graduated from Bolingbrook High School in 2012, where he played football and was a member of the 2011 Illinois State Championship team. Currently attends the College of DePage and is working toward an associate degree in criminal science. In his free time, he enjoys hiking and sports. He'll be attending the Cook County Academy. Upon graduation, will be assigned field training officer to begin his patrol duties. Raise your hand, please. I state your name.
I, Francisco Luna,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
uphold the Constitution of the United
to
States,
uphold the Constitution of the United States,
Constitution of the State of Illinois,
Constitution of the State of Illinois,
Municipal Code of the Village of Bolingbrook.
the Municipal Code of the State Village of Bolingbrook.
I will faithfully discharge my duties
Faithfully discharge my duties
as a police officer
as a police officer
to the best of my ability
to the best of my ability
in a manner prescribed by law.
in a manner prescribed by law.
Go ahead.
This is my mother, Bertha, my father, Felipe, my girlfriend, Dallas.
There's your badge. Well,
Thank you, sir.
okay. All right. This is the last one. Our next police officer, Daniel Reyes, sorry.
my mother, Maria, my fiance, Nancy, and my father, Javier.
Welcome. Daniel, age 23, graduated from Joliet West High School in 2013. 2015, he earned an associate's degree from Joliet Junior College and a bachelor's degree in criminal and social justice from the University of St. Francis in Joliet in 2017. Daniel's engaged in his free time. He enjoys outdoor activities, working out, and spending time with his family and friends. He'll be attending the Cook County Academy. Upon graduation, he'll be assigned to a field training officer to begin his patrol duties. Raise your right hand, please. I state your name.
I, Daniel Reyes,
Will do solemnly swear.
do solemnly swear
Uphold the Constitution of the United States.
to uphold the Constitution of the United States,
Constitution of the State of Illinois.
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
The municipal code of the village of Bolingbrook.
the municipal code of the village of Bolingbrook.
I will faithfully discharge my duties
I will faithfully discharge my
as
duties
a police officer
as a police officer
to the best of my ability
to the best of my ability
in a manner prescribed by law.
in the manner prescribed by law.
Thank you for coming this evening. You done?
Yes, sir.
I'd like to do two appointments this evening. The first appointment's Abdul Bayani to Commissioner on Beautification, and also Terry Bethune as Vice Chairman of the Planning Commission. Is there a motion?
So moved. Second.
Questions, comments? Motion, trustee Hoagland, second, trustee Lawler. Questions, comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Appointments are approved. I don't know, is Abdul here tonight? Come on up. Didn't see you. A 12-year resident, graduated from Karachi University, Bachelor's of Science in Commerce, presently employed by Ease On Wireless over in front of Walmart. Been in the store, interested in management team building, involved in the Association of Pakistani Americans, who put on a great festival this past weekend. He wants to help his community and beautification, huh? You like flowers and that stuff?
Yeah, I do that. See
Good.
my house.
Okay, this time raise your right hand, please. I state your name.
I have Bibiani.
You solemnly swear.
solemnly swear.
Uphold the Constitution of the United States.
Uphold the Constitution of the United States.
Municipal Code of the Village of Bolingbrook.
Municipal Code of the Village of Bolingbrook.
Oh, no, I forgot the Constitution of the State of Illinois.
Constitution of the State of Illinois.
Municipal Code of the Village of Bolingbrook.
Municipal Code of the Village of Bolingbrook.
And I will faithfully discharge my duties
I faithfully discharge my duty.
as a member of the Beautification Commission,
Member of Beautification Commission.
best of my ability,
Best of my ability.
in a manner prescribed by law.
And manner prescribed by law.
Welcome aboard. And your official commission.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Appreciate it. Is Terry Bethune here? I didn't think she would be, but we'll swear her in later. Now, we go to proclamations, right? First proclamation is so the Knights of Columbus can get started. Will the Knights all join me up here, please? It's Tootsie Roll Day. So if you got any spare change, singles, 5s, 10s, or 20s, and you'd like a Tootsie Roll, come on up. Name, please.
Tom Prodia.
Jeff Hemker.
Ron Spindell.
Joe Shelley. Marcelo Valencia.
I'll introduce you in a moment. Help the Knights of Columbus, Citizens with Intellectual Disabilities Tootsie Roll Drive, September 14th, 15th, and 16th. Whereas the members of the Illinois State Council Knights of Columbus will conduct their 49th annual drive for the Intellectual Disabilities Program. This 49th anniversary drive will be held on September 14th, 15th, and 16th to benefit our citizens with intellectual disabilities. Last fall, the Illinois Knights of Columbus raised more than $2 million, which was distributed to more than 300 organizations throughout Illinois. And whereas the Illinois State Council of Knights of Columbus has provided funds and personal assistance to allow youngsters to participate in the local and statewide Special Olympics program, and whereas the Illinois State Council has provided more than $5 million to build and reconstruct 34 homes for citizens with disabilities in all 6 dioceses of Illinois. And whereas the Illinois State Council of the Knights of Columbus initiated the program, 45 other states have activated similar campaigns to provide much-needed assistance for these people. Now, therefore, I rightly declare Mayor of the Board of Trustees of the Village of Bolingbrook, Willing DuPage County, Illinois, to hereby proclaim September 14th, 15th, and 16th as Help the Knights of Columbus Citizens with Disabilities Days, Tootsie Roll Drive in Bolingbrook, Illinois, and urge all citizens to be cognizant of the special fundraising and efforts and cooperate in this campaign. I have been honored and asked to join them at Christmas every year. They put on a Christmas party for young people who are challenged in life. There's no more comforting thing to enjoy that event and see the people. They have Christmas presents for all the kids. They serve a great meal. Ron Shelley puts together a great meal. There's got great chicken noodle soup. And it's just a fun event. And of course, Santa Claus makes an appearance coming in on a fire truck. So that's one of the things they do with the funds. And it's, again, the Knights of Columbus here in Bolingbrook. I can't thank you guys enough for what you do. And I'd like to think these guys would like to get started. I always start out, so I'll start out right here. All right, Tootsie Rolls.
More they can.
And it's accepting a longtime friend and longtime resident of Bolingbrook, Lou Nipcon. Lou, thank you. Your proclamation. Thank you. Can you say a few words?
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you all the trustees for allowing me to talk tonight. I'll give you a real quick capsulization of what we are. We are the Knights of Columbus. We are a charitable operation. Our prime function is charity. So as the mayor said, he has attended some of our functions. Every year he attends our intellectually disabled party, Christmas party, and everything he said is actually true. We serve about 300 people that day. It's something to behold. We've been in business since 1882. We boast over 2 million members worldwide. So I can say this with all truth, that all the money that we make, all the money that we take in goes towards funding the different activities that we put on. None of it goes into our pockets. So I ask everybody tonight to be generous. Think about what we do. If you've ever been at one of our functions, you'd know exactly what we stand for. So again, I thank everybody for coming out tonight and appreciate it.
Quick, Lou.
Yes, sir.
Some of the things he said were actually true.
Oh, yeah. You know how it is.
The inference being maybe sometimes you don't think they're true.
You know what do they call that? Faux pas? This guy is our biggest supporter. Trust me. This man always attends our functions. So would gentlemen like him?
Well, I didn't come here.
All right.
But I was, where's your headquarters? I was there in the East Coast. My wife and I went through your headquarters in Cambridge?
New Haven, Connecticut.
New Haven, Connecticut. Really interesting trip.
Yeah.
See all the things they've done, all the memorabilia.
Yep.
Great organization, Knights of Columbus. You ever get a chance to go to their functions, go. They're a lot of fun. They're nice people. They welcome you. And again, I got great chicken noodle soup. I got my money. You guys hit the street here. You're out there. Thanks for coming. Thank you. Ron. I'm sure this guy right here gets at least 20.
Yeah, they have a strategy, Ken. They got their street corner, right? They've got their street corner, Ken.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. You want me to pass it down? Yeah, maybe. And you meet them on the other end? I'll take just one. Yeah, thank you.
It'll come right back. It's going to come back.
It'll come back up.
Yeah, it'll come back around.
Like in church, Ken. Lupe.
No, be
Okay, if we could continue, we have some more business. Ladies and gentlemen. Shh. Soccer players. Is this thing working? It's not? Jim, this is not working. Jim.
Yeah, quiet please, so we can continue.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I've got some money for you.
this mic's dead for some reason. Next, we have another proclamation, Pathways Parade. I think we just finished with a fabulous Jubilee. I think I heard more compliments about this Jubilee than I've had about one in many years. I don't know what made the difference. Maybe it was the fact that it wasn't 100 degrees. I had a great mix of entertainment, some great food and back, and everybody seemed to have a good time. And I'm serious, a lot of people were very complimentary about it, and that's nice to hear, because there's a whole lot of people, and I'd like to ask the Civic and Cultural Affairs and Parade Commission to please come forward. I see several members here tonight. Come on up, ladies and gentlemen. They put a lot of time in this thing, and they'll be... Not only do they put in a lot of time, they'll be planning this thing. I'm sure they're already making notes about changes for next year, and it just ended a week or so ago. Come on, you can all come up here. Come on, Peg. Come on, there's room. They can't see you down there. Marcelo, you already collected Tootsie Rolls, now you're back? Because of all the work and things you put in, I'm going to quickly add your names.
Marcelo Valencia.
Peggy McMillan.
Last year's Female Citizen of the Year, I might add.
Laura Voss.
Ben Scordano. Joe Gross.
Octavia Winston. Kathy Donnelly. Beth Girardier.
Sayed Oscar.
Mary Bolek.
Jamie Gwen.
TJ Girardier. Rick Cochran.
Al Owens.
Amy Love.
Thank you for all you did. And they're also putting together the parade, which is on September 9th, starting at 2 o'clock. Used to start at 1, but we changed 2 o'clock several years ago to accommodate people that attend church services. It was difficult to get there and start by 1, so it's 2 o'clock. Line up, I believe, at Bolingbrook High School. Well, that'll be in here maybe. Pathways Parade, Sunday, September 9th. Whereas the 53rd Annual Pathways Parade will start at 2 o'clock on Sunday, September 9th, with this year's theme being Celebrating Generations. Whereas there are over 75 entries, the parade route will begin at Bolingbrook High School, proceed east on Lily Cache to Canterbury, then north to Briarcliff, and west to the entrance of Town Center. Whereas there are several impressive entries, including local organizations, church groups, gymnast groups, bands, beautiful floats, and other miscellaneous entries. Awards for the various entries will be announced at 4:15 at the Performing Arts Theater behind Village Hall, and the band will be Infinity performing on that same stage. Whereas Jimmy Choi will be this year's Grand Marshal. For those who know Jimmy Choi, he has Parkinson's and has competed twice on national television, and there's so many of those shows, the exact name is? American Ninja Warriors. I've watched it. I don't know who dreamed those things up on how to get it. He didn't make it both times, but it was impressive to get as far as he did. And again, a long-time resident right here in Bolingbrook, and a fabulous guy, this year's Grand Marshal. And whereas the Village of Bolingbrook Civic and Cultural Affairs and Parade Commission will host the Pathways Fest behind Town Center on the same day beginning at 2 o'clock. The fest includes food and beverages for a nominal cost, local vendors, the climbing wall from the Park District, inflatables, a game tent and prize for kids, and Myers trackless train. Now therefore I, Roger C. Clare, Mayor of the Board of Trustees, Village of Bolingbrook, Will DePage, County, we hereby encourage all residents of Bolingbrook to join in the fun Pathways Parade and Pathways Fest, celebrate Bolingbrook's 53rd birthday. Accepting this proclamation is the chair of the commission, Joe Gross. Joe?
I'm the chairman of the Path Fest. I'm chairman of the Path Fest this year. The reviewing stand will be on Briarcliff Road by the library. Path Fest will begin at 2 o'clock behind Town Center. We'll go till 6 o'clock. There's games for the kids, a petting zoo, bags tournament, trackless train rides, a climbing wall, free prints, arcade games to play, blow-up activities, and the award ceremony on stage at approximately 4:15. The performing arts stage entertainment will be Neighbor John from 2:30 to 4. It's a mixture of 70s and 80s music, and from 4:30 to 6 will be Infinity. There's still time to get your parade entry in. We have extended the deadline. For those of you who forgot to fill out the form, go to bbcca.org and select the Pathways Parade tab for complete information on the parade. Hope to see you there. It's going to be a great time.
Well, thank all of you for coming out this evening, and thank you for your work this past week. I know that's a lot of effort, a lot of time, a lot of planning, and not much reward, but I'm just telling you, I had lots of people call up with compliments about what a great Jubilee it was, so thank you. Every year at this meeting, we announce the village's Family of the Year, Male Citizen of the Year, and Female Citizen of the Year. And these people will ride in the parade, up front in the parade, be acknowledged for all the things they do for the village of Bolingbrook and have for some time. This year's Male Citizen of the Year is Joe Gross. You got a much larger audience this evening, but you got a nice surprised? Well, come on a little closer, come on. Seriously, come on a little closer. The camera's got a nice shot here. Joe Gross was barely a year old when his family moved to Bolingbrook, Illinois. Growing up, Joe attended all Bolingbrook schools as a teenager and studied floral design at the Wilco Area Career Center. What schools did you attend back in those days? How many schools? Do you remember? Brookview, Northview, Ward,
and Bolingbrook High School for 5 years, but not because I failed.
And 5 years, not because he failed. I mean, that begs a question.
There was, well, actually Westview too.
Oh, Westview too, down in Romeoville. Now Martinez Middle School.
They built Ward Middle School and it wasn't big enough for the 8th graders, so we had to go to Bolingbrook High School.
Ah, that was back in the days when they couldn't build schools fast enough, so you attended as a freshman. You were actually at Ward Middle School.
8th grade?
8th grade.
Senior year, yeah, at Bolingbrook.
Joe graduated from BHS in 1980 and then enrolled at junior college. Upon receiving his degree, he apprenticed a small local business named The Flower Pot. He eventually bought the business from his mentor and friend, Rosemary Heinz, who was a village trustee here for several years back in the 80s. Joe remains in business today as the proud proprietor of Floral Delight, located on Bolingbrook Drive. Two things have been constant in Joe's life: a passion for floral design and a love of community. I believe this is the reason why he chose to plant permanent roots and build a business here in Bolingbrook. However, what Joe is most often recognized for is his willingness to embrace the spirit of volunteerism. He is the go-to guy for many local organizations. I, for one, appreciate Joe's longstanding commitment to local service in Bolingbrook. Joe is currently chairman of Bolingbrook Civic and Cultural Affairs and Parade Commission, as I mentioned earlier, where he oversees 3 major events in 4 months. The largest event is the 3-day Jubilee we just finished, followed by the Village Parade, and then next spring is the Village Picnic. Last year, Joe's volunteer responsibilities expanded when the Parade Commission merged with the Civic and Cultural Affairs Commission. To recap, Joe has a lengthy record of activity with Civic and Cultural Affairs Commission stretching back more than 20 years. Prior to moving into the top spot, Joe's former leadership roles included vice chair and secretary, and he was also chair at one time of the annual Classic Car Show. I'm told that Joe is a great son, brother, and uncle, and a great friend to Kathy Berry, who he's traveled to Italy with, a former commissioner, I might add. On a personal note, few people know that Joe is an amateur nature and travel photographer. I didn't know that. Did you? Travel photographer and West Suburban band clarinet player and computer geek. That I may believe. I didn't know you played clarinet.
Since 4th grade.
Since 4th grade. He enjoys painting, especially if there's wine involved. Joe is an extraordinary example of civic contribution, always positive, Very easy to work with. Our meetings about issues, the picnic or the village or the Jubilee, whatever, are always brief and to the point, and we don't always often agree, but when we leave, we're on the same page. He's a pleasure to work with, and I congratulate him as Male Citizen of the Year. I'd like to present you with this clock. Joseph Gross, Bolingbrook's 2018 Citizen of the Year, August 28, 2018. And you'll be riding the parade, as you well know. You can pick out your own car. And of course, you'll have your picture taken. It'll be hanging on this wall. It'll be hanging on the wall out front by the finance window for the next year. Thereafter, it'll be brought into the boardroom. What you see to your back left are all the former Citizens of the Years going back to the 80s. And that's quite an accomplishment. And again, major consensus for you. There's your letter of instructions. Okay, here.
This is my mom, Rosemary, and my brother, Michael.
Welcome. Nice to meet you. Got to say a few words? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, Joe. You got to.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Speed, 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 speed.
Speed.
All right.
Come to the parade. How's that?
Come to the parade, he says. Congratulations again. Next, we have presentation of the Bolingbrook Soccer Club 40th anniversary. Mary, where are you? Are you doing this presentation? Well, come up here. Please. Tell us about the 40th anniversary.
40 years serving soccer and serving the Bolingbrook community soccer. We've built it. We've grown it. We have an amazing tournament that's coming up this weekend, and it's all about soccer. These kids, the families, volunteer club, all these parents, we are Bolingbrook, that's for sure.
Well, all the people here tonight associated with the soccer program, please stand up so the camera can get an idea of how many are here tonight. Introduce the name of the team.
Are you kidding?
Okay. Wait, back here. All right. While I have you here, we also have a female Citizen of the Year, and that is Mary Basta. Mary Alexander Basta and her husband, Dr. Imad Basta, who did the pledge earlier this evening, were married in 2000 and moved to Bolingbrook Thanksgiving weekend, 2003. Mary's lengthy management career in the hospitality industry ended after the birth of their sons, Peter and Benjamin. Mary followed the example of community involvement set by her parents in her hometown of Nashville. Is that Tennessee or Illinois? I know. Illinois. Well, there is a Nashville, Illinois. Did you know that? I
It's
thought,
not the real Nashville.
for some reason I just can't picture you in Nashville, but that. In fact, her family became friends of Al and Tipper Gore. Due to community involvement, Mary's mother, who lives in Bolingbrook, supports her penchant for volunteerism. Mary first got involved in Bolingbrook by serving the Bloomfield West Homeowners Association. When her son started school, she headed up the PTA at Bess Eichelberger Elementary School in the west side of Bolingbrook for many years. This year, she is serving the John F. Kennedy Middle School, serving it with a PTA, where 14-year-old Peter currently attends. Mary also serves on the board of the Bolingbrook Soccer Club. That's why you're here tonight. You figured that out. She's also on the board of the Bolingbrook STEM Association, which I might add had a great turnout this last Saturday at Bolingbrook High School of young people with the STEM program that Sheldon and Watts has started. She also volunteers at the Community Service Council. Mary additionally serves as chairwoman for Bolingbrook Plan Commission. Although Mary recently returned to work, she continues to add her voice to the chorus of residents who are advocating for the Bolingbrook Park District's upcoming Community for Parks and Parkway referendum to improve our Bolingbrook Park District facilities. On behalf of the Bolingbrook Village Board, I'm proud to honor Mary as the 2018 Female Citizen of the Year.
Surprises.
I just noticed that her ring is a huge soccer ball. And a necklace on soccer, and earrings with soccer balls. Anyway, Mary Alexandra Basta, Bolingbrook's 2018 Citizens Year, August 28, 2018.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you. You're going to think that's why I brought him here.
Well, okay. Are you glad you came? Yes. And there's your instructions. You'll be in a parade up front in a car, and
Do I get to pick the car now?
the car, you have to talk to Joe Gross. Not because he's a Male Citizen of the Year, he's chair of the commission. Okay?
I found that out recently. Thank you. But the Raiders have something.
Oh, you want to say something, I'm sure.
No, I've said enough. Just thank you. This is an honor. This was truly unexpected. And just wow. I have no words. But thank you very much for a first time.
Did you say you're here for?
Yeah, we're here. We want to say thank you. And we actually have something for the trustees.
Well, but somebody's got to orchestrate that.
Yeah, I'm going to orchestrate that.
Thank you. Oh.
Thank you.
I stuck my thumb in it. It's a cupcake.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you
And
very
a
much.
sew-on patch. We honor the game, Bolingbrook 40 Years Soccer Club.
Wow.
Could you stand there with your cupcake
That's
up
good.
like that? Good. Now, right there.
Thank you very much.
Wait, you too. That's so cute.
I did, thanks. Might be sweet.
good.
Yeah, I think we're out.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Sure.
They want what?
Sheldon.
Picture?
Sheldon,
Oh,
send me a picture of them handing out cupcakes.
Never have too many sweets.
Thank you very much. Good job, wife. Everybody's good.
Oh, okay. This is the deck. No more sweets.
Who's going to take it?
But I took down those Tootsie Rolls.
I'll tell you what, once we get out in front of that podium, we'll walk.
Do you remember your kids that little, well, not that little,
All right, once you get on this side. No, we don't want this. Oh, here you go. Okay, make sure you can see.
Hey, turn around. Let me take a picture of you. Are you mom and dad here? Did I say what? Hold on.
I think I've lost control.
Ready? Come over here. Come over here. Turn around. Tell your brother to turn around. Come here, I want to take a picture. Oh, how nice.
This is,
Oh, they love me.
Hey, come over this way.
You see me?
It's just somebody taking a picture. Oh, I see this picture. Okay. Smile.
Yeah.
You can't see the camera. You can't see you. Can't see you guys back there. Come on up. Work your way right here. Make sure you can see the camera. They go over on the end there. I'll be able to see it.
You guys are live on TV, too.
I'd go around and you could all say your names, but we'd be here till 10 o'clock. Well, stick with the soccer program. You do a good, oh, the board does a good job. There's the board of directors down here. Thank you to the board of directors. You stand up too. Come on. Thank you all. I guess that we've probably got enough pictures now. But I want to thank the board again. You guys put a lot of time in this effort too, and it's thankless sometimes, and I know you hear complaints. But we appreciate it. If it weren't for you, this program wouldn't exist. Thank all of you. Good luck in the season. Enjoy your tournament. Next, we have the Community Service Council Annual Gala. I assume that's Bob Kalnicki, right? A couple board members.
Good evening. I'm Bob Kalnicki with the Community Service Council in Northern Will County. We've got a couple board members with me here tonight. Our Vice President Peggy Danhoff, Board Member Bill Cole, and additionally Carol Penning as our Board President. I just wanted to come out tonight and let everybody know that CSC has a few events coming up in the coming months. First, on September 13th, we're having our second annual Fall Gala. It's going to be held at the Bolingbrook Golf Club. It's a Thursday night starting at 6:30. Tickets are $100. All the funds go to support the many programs that CSC offers. October 25th, we have our first Take Back the Night event that'll be held at our offices at 440 Quadrangle. We'll be getting more details out shortly on that event. And then over the many, many years, we have been the umbrella organization for Operation Christmas. And Operation Christmas efforts pretty much go year-round, but they're really starting to ramp up now. So I wanted to ask Lee Bush if he'd come up for a minute and just kind of give everybody a little background on Operation Christmas, because senior or junior, they're both the experts on it.
Pops, come on up. We're beginning our 46th year here in Bolingbrook with Operation Christmas. It was started by Betty Bailey, the late mayor's wife, when she was here in town as a way of, oh, is that better? Of bringing things together where we can help families during the holidays. So this is 46 years we've been doing it. For the last 18 years, we've been able to use the stage here at Village Hall, and it basically takes up the entire stage. We work with many different entities in town, businesses, the village, our fire department, a lot of the schools here in town where we get raise money, food that goes out to families, used items such as clothing, household items, and then we have a new toy area. And we want to make sure that every year that each child receives 2 new toys. So we're kind of excited. That time's coming up here really quick, so we're getting into the hustle. So.
All right. Well, we did all that for the announcement about the Community Service Gala, but we really did it to bring you and your families here tonight. We have the Family of the Year, the Lee Bush Senior and Junior family. So the other family members present come up. You virtually gave my speech, but I'll give it a shot here. Lee Bush Sr. and his family have been involved with Operation Christmas Bolingbrook for many years. As mentioned, the organization was headed up originally by Don and Gwen Beddick, but the Bush family took over the operations when health issues caused the Beddicks to take a less active role. And unfortunately, Gwen Beddick passed several years ago. Don is still with us, and it's great to see him once in a while at various functions in town. It's been operated, again, for many, many years under the umbrella of the Community Service Council. Their goal is to, again, make sure everybody has a Merry Christmas. It is quite an operation, literally, to see them set up on stage. They used to go to an empty storefront here in Bolingbrook, but that was complicated because you had to pay rent sometimes, you had to get heat turned on, electricity, which was complicated and expensive. So when we got the Performing Arts stage up several years ago, I said, why don't you just use the stage? Perfect location. It's a place to back up and unload things. It's easy, plenty of parking for people, and it's worked out very well. The Lee Bush senior family, and now Lee Bush Jr. is heading it up a lot, but they're both on stage when you get there along with their family. Why don't you introduce the family?
This is my wife, Debbie. This is Lee Jr., his wife, Jackie, my granddaughter, Grace, and my granddaughter, Margaret.
You surprised?
Yeah, very, very much so, Roger. Very much so.
Well, again, you know, the volunteerism and the positive spirit in which these guys contribute to the village is unparalleled by anybody in town. And it's just like the commissioners back here, Joe Gross, Mary Basta. These people are always positive, always got something nice to say about the town, are always there when you need them. And Operation Christmas has made a lot of people's Christmas much happier than what it might have been otherwise. So it's truly an honor to have you be family leader this year. And you two all will be riding in a parade. You may need 2 cars. We can accommodate that. And I have for the family. First of all, your instructions, I'll let you have. The clock, again, which reads the Lee Bush Senior Family, Bolingbrook's 2018 Family Year, August 28, 2018. Thanks for what you do. And did you mention the dates of this year's Operation Christmas?
Operation Christmas begins December 9th, goes through December 22nd this year, where we will be helping families, and we take, as Grace would like to speak, and we start the Monday right after Thanksgiving with the complete setup. So if you'd like to volunteer, please visit our Facebook page, sign up, and we will... And we've got volunteers already. Just visit our Facebook page, send us a message, and we will get back to you and set up a time for everybody to come in. Thank you.
Those dates will be on the Facebook or our webpage. And after Operation Christmas, anything that's left, they have a large garage sale. So that gives them a chance to sell a few things, collect a few dollars for next year's Operation Christmas. So again, thanks for what you do.
Thank you.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. Now, this is unusual. We don't normally have this circumstance, but this year it was a tough decision on the Family of the Year, so we're actually going to honor 2. I'd like to ask Steve and Gloria Velino and their family to please come forward. You were surprised?
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit.
Or you just didn't figure, why am I going to a board meeting? Was that given away?
No, we were told something else.
I don't want. Oh, well, we have to get you here.
That's the beauty of it.
This board and this administration has been very supportive of scouting for many, many years. I've always said, and I've said this publicly 1,000 times, if every young man and woman was involved in Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, or Camp Fire, we'd have a lot better community and country, because kids learn the right things to do. how to handle things, how to survive. Well, that's all the things you hear about in scouting. That's what they learn to do. And we've very honored young people that have done well in scouting. And for Boy Scouts, that's the Eagle Scout, rank of Eagle Scout. For Girl Scouts, it's called the Gold Award. And outside this boardroom, there are several plaques hanging there, and every young man that's received the rank of Eagle's name is inscribed on that plaque, along with his troop number and the year in which he earned it. Next to those plaques, there's a plaque honoring our Gold Award winners, who are the Girl Scouts in Bolingbrook that have won the Gold Award. This family has both a son that's an Eagle Scout and a daughter that's a Gold Award winner. That's a very rare combination, and I congratulate you for doing that. I actually thought they were both going to be here.
We
Tried. In other words, there was something they'd rather do and come to a village board meeting.
Not exactly. My son is,
Well, he's away at school right now in a special Premier Scholar program with our son.
I said my son is at a mandatory 2-week program at North Central College. He's a freshman this year, and he was awarded a scholarship there called the Premier Scholar. And they're taking some type of course, I'm not sure what it is, and they actually are doing some classwork. They have a group project they have to work on. They have to write a paper, and then they'll meet with different groups and organizations, like, you know, financial officers from the banks, and they'll have luncheons and stuff like that. So it's a 2-week program prior to school actually starting.
It's a good start.
And my daughter's working.
That's important. That's important, too. Steve and Gloria are 24-year residents of Bolingbrook and parents to twins, Angelo and Gina. They're committed to supporting our local scouting program. Over the years, Bolingbrook has benefited from our well-established scouting community. We appreciate the leaders, we appreciate the parents, because truthfully, a lot of these young people may not get to those awards if they didn't have parents encouraging them and helping them along the way. We are inspired by the level of involvement from adult leaders and youth in these areas. The commitment to scouting starts as early as 6 and continues through high school and well beyond, actually. This commitment requires parents to serve as youth leaders, taking their scouts through a well-designed program of interest, earning merit badges along the way. As some of you may know or may not know, 3% of all young people who enter scouting actually achieve the highest awards, that being the Gold Award and the rank of Eagle. Bolingbrook's 244 Boy Scouts who have earned the rank of Eagle and 21 Girl Scouts are all listed on the plaques outside this boardroom. Village leaders are proud to hear that yet another Scout will be inducted in this rare league. Why? Because we know these young people will continue to distinguish themselves in life. Their efforts create a lifelong positive impact that translates to our community and whatever community they choose to live or make a life. Scouts who attend these ranks receive special recognitions and preferential treatment throughout their life for exhibiting the tenacity to achieve these goals. If you enter the military as an Eagle Scout, you're automatically promoted because of what you've accomplished as an Eagle Scout. Most importantly, skills developed in the pursuit of the Eagle and Gold Awards is still the confidence to push beyond obstacles and continually take on hard tasks. Steve, who earned the rank of Eagle in his youth, the father, and Gloria served as leaders in their respective troops by helping other Scouts achieve their goals. We commend them, the family, for supporting their twins. Angelo received the rank of Eagle, and again, Gina, who received the rank of Gold Award. They have dedicated thousands of hours to ensuring both children who were concurrently engaged in different scouting activities. This year, for the first time in history, the Citizen of the Year Award for this family. I would like to congratulate you, and I have for you also there's your instructions. Your picture, too, will be back here. We'll get the kids back sometime. The Bolino family, Bolingbrook's 2018 Family of the Year, August 28th, 2018. Oh, what are we going to say? Mention that. Going to say a few words?
as we're moving on, my daughter did accept to become a leader for Girl Scouts, so she will be running a Daisy Troop this year. So she's keeping it going.
I
just want to know how come we came last and all the people are going. Or is it we saved the best for last?
Kevin Sneed will be back there. He's good for 20 people himself. Thanks for coming out tonight. Thank you.
Great job.
Next, we have bill approval. Exhibit A, $2,518,803.43. B, Exhibit B, $327,707.07. A total of $2,846,510.50. Is there a motion to approve?
So move.
Second.
Motion trustee Watts, second trustee Zarate. Questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Trustee Zarate.
Yes.
Trustee Lawler.
Yes.
Trustee Watts.
Yes.
Trustee Hoagland.
Yes.
Trustee Morales.
Yes.
Trustee Jaskowitz.
Yes. The first motion this evening is approving an old bid from D Construction for 2018 paving and patching program, various streets in the amount of $148,472.50. Is there a motion?
So move. Second.
Motion trustee Morales, second trustee Lawler. This motion accepts a low bid from D Construction for the 2018 pavement patching program in the amount of $148,472.50. 6 bid packages were sent out, 2 bids were received. This bid is for 2,800 square yards of pavement that will provide 150 patches on 85 streets throughout the village, plus patching of various village-owned parking lots. The bid is $76,527.50 under the budget amount of $225,000. Questions? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Trustee Zarate.
Yes.
Trustee Lawler.
Yes.
Trustee Watts.
Yes.
Trustee Hoagland.
Yes.
Trustee Morales.
Yes.
Trustee Jaskowitz.
Yes.
Next, we have a motion approving a low bid from SKC Construction for 2018 fiberized crack filling program, various streets in the amount of $227,123.50. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Motion trustee Hoagland, second trustee Zarate. The motion awards the 2018 fiberized crack filling program to SKC Construction. Their low bid was in the amount of $227,123.53, which is $2,123.53 over the budget amount of $225,000. 154 streets and some village-owned parking lots will be filled and seal coated. Questions? Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Zarate.
Yes.
Trustee Lawler.
Yes.
Trustee Watts.
Yes.
Trustee Hoagland.
Yes.
Trustee Morales.
Yes.
Trustee Jaskowitz.
Yes.
Next, we have a resolution approving a one-year contract with BKD CPAs and Advisors for the village 2017-18 fiscal audit. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion trustee Lawler, seconded trustee Zarate. This resolution approves a one-year contract with BKD CPAs and Advisors to provide audit services for the 2018 fiscal year audit. Fiscal year ended April 30th. The cost of the statutory required audit is $72,000, which is $8,000 under budget. Field work will begin soon and the audit will be completed before the end of the year. The Finance Department will be soliciting proposals for the following year's audit soon. The Finance Committee has reviewed and recommends acceptance. Questions? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Trustee Zarate.
Yes.
Trustee Lawler.
Yes.
Trustee Watts.
Yes.
Trustee Hoagland.
Yes.
Trustee Morales.
Yes.
Trustee Jaskowitz.
Yes.
The last resolution is a resolution approving a change order for Joliet Road, St. James Gate traffic signal installation, R.W. Dunneman Company. Is there a motion?
So move.
Second.
Motion trustee Watts, second trustee Zarate. This resolution approves a final balancing change order for the traffic signal installation at Joliet Road and St. James Gate. R.W. Dunneman Company was awarded the contract on July 17, 2017 as a low bidder, an amount of $584,373.05. This change order is for $18,653.71, bringing the contract total to $603,026.76. The change order was the result of having to move a storm sewer due to the existing utility locations, new traffic service cabinet, and changes and material quantities. Again, that's streetlights on Joliet Road. It accommodates the developments that gone along Joliet Road, particularly the more than doubling the size of Toronto Bakery, and we're anticipating a grant from the state for how much, $250,000?
Yeah, $250,000.
To offset this. Questions? Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Zarate.
Yes.
Trustee Lawler.
Yes.
Trustee Potts.
Yes.
Trustee Copeland.
Yes.
Trustee Morales.
Yes.
Trustee Jasper.
Yes.
That concludes our business this evening. We have next question of the audience or press. Anyone have a question? Seeing none, trustee comments or reports. Trustee Zarate.
Thank you, Mayor. Bolingbrook End of Summer Carnival will be hosted by Heart Haven Outreach H2O. The dates on the carnival are September 28th, Friday at 6 p.m., September 29th, Friday at 6 o'clock, and it was Saturday, 1 o'clock, Sunday, 1 o'clock, at 375 West Briarcliff Road in Bolingbrook. I also have another one. Community Storytime Bolingbrook Historic Museum at 444 East Briarcliff Road will be Friday, September 14th from 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Join us for a fun-filled day. Limited seating, ages 2 to 6 must be with an adult. That's all I have today. Thank you.
Thank you. Tomorrow night is the last in the series of summer concerts, Wednesday night concerts, sponsored by, or early on by the Bolingbrook Park District and now by the Village of Bolingbrook. We're finishing off a very strong season with Wayne Messmer and a big band. For those of you who know sports, Wayne sang with the national anthem for the Blackhawks for years and now sings on a regular basis with the Chicago Cubs. So there was an orchestra during Jubilee, but this is to finish off the Wednesday concert series. Thursday at the Promenade, they continue their concert series for a while, and they're also doing some on Fridays. But Thursday night, they're doing Simply Elton, Simply Billy. So it's an Elton John, Billy Joel duo that's going to be performing. And then another event coming up at the end of the month, and very important, the Veterans Appreciation Day, September 29th, from 2 to 10:30 p.m. Behind Village Hall at the Performing Arts Center. And for those in the community who know veterans, it's important to notify them of this event because they want to have veterans come out and be recognized for their great service to the country. And that's it. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to start by congratulating Joe Gross, Mary Alexander Basta, the Leaf family, and the Bellino family on their Citizen of the Year and Family of the Year awards. We're talking about individuals and families that work tirelessly in our community, and so we appreciate it. We appreciate your years and years of effort to make Bolingbrook the great community it is. It's people like you that really have helped to continue the great legacy of community service within within Bolingbrook, so we thank you for that. I have 3 announcements. I want to start with Joy Fest, September 8th, from 1 to 6 p.m. We want to ask everyone to come out. It's a family fun Christian music festival. We have a great selection of local performers as well as some well-known performers. We have Compass Church that'll be there, Alpha Baptist Church, St. Francis, Crossroads, 2-time Grammy nominee James Fortune, Zacardi Cortez, Adrian B. King, Reverence, featuring Darius Brooks, well-known Christian music singers, and it's going to be a great event. There'll be food vendors, live music, kids activities, giveaways, praise teams, product vendors, youth ministry, and most of all, community fellowship. I'd like to mention that at 2 p.m., hopefully everyone can come out, we will be giving a tribute ceremony and honoring our beloved Deputy Mayor and founder of the Joy Fest event, Leroy Brown. That will take place at 2 o'clock p.m. 2 more announcements here. The Citizens Against Abuse on September 4th from 5 to 8 will be holding a fundraiser at Portillo's, 134 East Boughton Road. Stop by. If you have this flyer, it says you get 20% off, so see Carol Penning if you need access to this particular flyer. I would imagine it's online somewhere, but Carol Penning can direct you to it. That's the Citizens Against Abuse. And then finally, longtime Bolingbrook resident and United Way of Will County board member Mike Milam is leading and spearheading a community baby shower. It says all of Mike's adult life has been dedicated to service as a longtime scout leader, youth ministry leader, and 2005 Citizen of the Year. He's leading off this community baby shower, and with someone that has 3.5-year-old going on 4-year-old twins, it was a glorious day when they got out of diapers because it can be costly. And so this effort is all about raising funds and to getting donations to fill in the gaps for those that might be on WIC, which stands for Women, Infant, Children Subsidized Food Assistance Program. There are gaps in those programs that still leave needs. And so things that they're looking for: diapers, all sizes, diaper wipes, diaper cream, baby wash, baby lotions, not in kits, but take as needed style, infant thermometers. So those are some of the things that they're looking for. The drop-off point is Bolingbrook Village Hall, the west entrance, and donations are now being accepted. Thank you very much.
Good evening. Congratulations to everyone tonight. I have two announcements. Barks, Tricks, and Sticks Dog Trick Day, hosted by the Promenade Bolingbrook, sponsored by Pet Supply Plus, will be taking place at the Promenade, and the event will take place on the road near Rock Bottom. Whether your Fido can fetch, your Charlie can catch, or your Spot can speak, this is the event for you. Amateurs and professional tricks welcome. Show off your dog's tricks at the Promenade Bolingbrook's Dog Trick Day. Due to time constraints, each dog has a minimum of 2 minutes for a routine. There will be awards will be given for first, second, and third place. You need to register your pet, and the website to go to is about this long. Please call Carol. That will be taking place on Sunday, September 16th from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. at the Promenade. My second one is the Bolingbrook Women's Club presents a kickoff cocktail party at the Mora Asian Kitchen in the Promenade. On Wednesday, September 12th, beginning at 7 p.m., there will be raffles and baskets and prizes, complimentary appetizers. If you have questions or you'd like to RSVP, or if you would be interested in being a sponsor, please contact bolingbrook.wc@gmail.com. Thank you very much.
Just a couple of quick announcements about some upcoming events, which we're never ever short of in this town. The Bolingbrook Park District will have its Fall Festival, Explosion of Color, live music, fireworks, food, fun, family activities on September 29th, Saturday, September 29th from 3 to 7 at Volunteer Park. That's over on Lindsay and Lily Cash, 200 South Lindsay Lane. So again, September 29th from 3 to 7. And this next announcement, myself as a Mexican-born immigrant and citizen of this country, I'm proud to announce every time there's a celebration of Mexican independence, and that's coming up on September 15th from 1 to 10 here on the village grounds. Sometimes people have heard of El Grito or Mexican independence, which should not be confused with, I said this before, Cinco de Mayo. This is truly Mexican Independence Day. Back in 1810, a priest by the name of Miguel Hidalgo cried out, which translates to El Grito, for independence from Spain, which had ruled Mexico for hundreds of years. So now we celebrate every September, and this year is no different. Immigrant Community of the Midwest in Action is hosting El Grito in Bolingbrook here on the village grounds on the 15th of September from 1 to 10. Live music, all kinds of activities. For more information, 815-528-0732. Thank you.
I too would like to congratulate all the people that were sworn in today, excuse me, and all the winners of the Citizens of the Year Award. Congratulations, job well done. A couple quick announcements. One is our village is being honored. We have what's called a step basketball program here, excuse me, and several of our coaches and kids have been invited to the city of Montreal to compete in international competition, and I congratulate them on that. And they'll be going shortly. And just to mention who those people are, to give them some recognition, one of the coaches is Jerry Manuel and his son Gabby Manuel from Brooks Middle School. Coach Gerard Vergara and Mateo Vergara from Brooks. James Ty from Brooks. Xander Estacio from the Brooks team. Nate Claudio, and he is from Jane Addams. Noah Claudio from the Bolingbrook High School. Bryce Ramos from AVM, and Jason Garcia from St. Dominic's. The other announcement I want to make is about a week and a half ago, I attended a joint chamber event to talk about the construction that's going to take place on Weber Road and 55. And an IDOT official came in and talked about the construction that's going to take place, how long it's going to take, roughly 2 years, possibly more, and how it would interfere with the different businesses in that area. 75 different business owners showed up, so that tells you how concerned they were about how this construction project is going to interfere with their businesses and the concerns they have. And I'm hoping, because there were no results that came out of that meeting, it was mainly informational more than anything else. I'm hoping that we can be proactive here, though, and maybe work out some way that we can notify people what the traffic patterns are like, where to go, different routes to take, and so on, and keep that up to date on our website and other websites as well. So that's it.
We have no executive session, so I motion to adjourn is in order.
So moved. Second.
Motion trustee Lawler, second trustee Watts. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
We stand adjourned.